All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live and resuming the docket, and the court is calling. Case number SX383-45361. Karam Abdullah Al-Masawi, and the charge is improper lane use. Also SP 114-86731. Oh no, I'm sorry, just the one matter. Strike the second case. All right, who is representing Mr. Al-Masawi? Karam Abdullah Al-Masawi.
This is Attorney Jack Kramer, P77490 on behalf of Mr. Al-Musawi.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. Sir, this is a date and time for a formal hearing for Mr. Al-Musawi. The court will excuse his presence and allow you to represent him for this formal hearing today. How do you wish to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, the officer has not appeared, so I would respectfully request that the matter be dismissed. The officer is listed as Andrew Anschutz.
And Madam Clerk, do we have that officer here for Mr. Al-Musawi's case this morning?
No, we do not, Your Honor.
All right, then that motion is granted, sir. This matter is dismissed without prejudice for lack of a complaining witness. That means the people may bring it again. The court is merely dismissing it because the officer has failed to appear. Mr. Kramer, did you give your P number for the record, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, but once again, P77490.
All right, sir, you may disconnect from the hearing.
Thank you, Judge. Good to see you. Take care.
Thank you very much. Good to see you as well. All right, the court is calling SP 114-86731. Allah Al-Shahati. Allah Al-Shahati. This is a date and time for a formal hearing. The charge is improper equipment. Who is representing Mr. Al-Shahati today?
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Hill, P68445 on behalf of Mr. Al-Shahati. Judge, I've spoken to Mr. Morgan and the officer in charge, Officer Dabolsky. Both have indicated that they have no problem dismissing this matter for compliance. We'd ask the court to adopt.
So ordered, this matter is dismissed pursuant to the prosecutor's recommendation. And Mr. Hill, I believe you have one other matter on the docket this morning. Is that correct, sir?
Hussein Ahmed, it's a trial, a 3-count trial, Judge.
All right.
No officer.
This is case number U 578-00320. Hussein Ahmed, and the charge is narcotic drug violation. Also 204-548-041, same defendant, no insurance. And 204-548-031, same defendant, failure to use turn signal, I believe is that charge. And who's representing Ahmed Hussein on these matters today?
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Hill, again, P68445 on behalf of Mr. Hussein Ahmed. Mr. Hussein Ahmed, please say your name for the record.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Say your name.
Your name for the record.
My name is Hussein Ahmed.
Thank you.
Judge, all these matters are set for trial and or formal hearing. The officers failed to appear. Motion to dismiss.
All right, Madam Clerk, do we have the officer's name?
Yes, Your Honor. P. Pattern Padron, PADRON, badge number 1143.
And that officer has failed to appear. And so the court will grant the motion to dismiss without prejudice for lack of a complaining witness. Mr. Hill, is that all that you have on the court's docket this morning?
It is. Thank you so much.
Your Honor, this is the prosecutor. Before Mr. Hill goes, I just want to say that they are waiting for Mr. Hill and I in courtroom 337. If we both go down there, that would be perfect.
I'm on my way. Thank you, Judge. Thank you to you and your staff.
All right, sir, thank you.
I will be back momentarily, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm calling that Marcus Adams case, Mr. Morgan, and that matter is the one that you have agreed to the adjournment on. So in your absence, if you tell me that is correct, I'll go forward with that.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. The court is calling Marcus Adams, case number 204-936-541. Marcus Anthony Adams, and the charge is reckless driving. Is Mr. Marcus Anthony Adams in the virtual courtroom? If
Yes.
so, please say your name for the record.
Marcus Adams.
All right, and who's representing Mr. Adams?
Good morning, Your Honor. Ted Wallace, P80922, on behalf of Mr. Adams.
And how do you wish to proceed today, Mr. Wallace?
Your Honor, after discussing this matter with the city attorney, we have decided to come that an adjournment would be best suited for today, and so therefore we're asking for 30.
And that adjournment, I understand, is for 30 days. Is
Yes.
that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then the court will grant that motion. We were able to verify with the prosecutor that he was stipulating to the adjournment. So we will adjourn this matter for 30 days. And Marcus Adams and Mr. Wallace, if you have no questions, you may disconnect.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is there a
Mr.
date?
Hassan
or will we get a
Ahmed,
notice?
you may disconnect as well.
Yes, sir.
Pardon, Mr. Wallace?
Is there a specific date, or will we get a notice?
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
Madam Clerk, do you want to give Mr. Wallace, I'm getting an awful lot of feedback.
May 24th, Mr.
You
Wallace.
want to give Mr. Wallace
Thank
a
you.
date? Mr. Ahmed, Hassan Ahmed,
Yes, sir.
is there something you needed, sir?
I am good right now, sir.
Pardon?
I am good right now, sir, but today is sick.
Yes, you may go now.
Flavor.
Yes, sir, you may go.
Flavor, everybody.
Thank you.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
medicine. Medicine is flavor medicine. Today is
Okay.
sick.
You may,
Yeah.
you're sick? All
Today.
right, sir, I'm sorry. You may disconnect. I'm going to help you.
Yeah.
Okay. If there are officers here for Mr. Marcus Allen, or for any of the other persons who the court called Corporal Beckham. Oh, no, Corporal Beckham is here for Kizzy Adams. Okay. Any of the officers who are still on the line for any of the cases that have been called and heard may disconnect. I don't know if there are any, but I think that we're ready for the pleas if there are no other dismissals. I think there's one dismissal, Abdul Majid Nasser.
Yes, ma'am.
Did
Yes.
we- Okay,
No.
we haven't called Mr. Nasser yet, so that one is case number SP 107-22151. Abdullah Majid Nasser, and the first name is ALHAR. No insurance. Count two of that same ticket, improper plates. Is Mr. Abdul Majid Nasser in the virtual courtroom? If so, please say your name for the record.
Al Harith Muhammad Abdul Majid Nasser.
Thank you. And who's representing Mr. Nasser?
Myself.
I think, did you talk to the attorney at all? You really did, Mr. Abdul Majid Nasser. I know you did because you went into
Oh, I did. Of course I
the
did. Yeah.
breakout. You did. You went to breakout room with the prosecutor and showed him your documentation. All right. Would you like to make your own motion?
They've been
What did the
dismissed on both.
What did,
Go ahead.
that
ma'am.
is my understanding, that you showed the documentation to the prosecutor and he has dismissed both of your matters. And
Correct.
so, sir, we will grant that dismissal and you may disconnect from the hearing. I
Excellent.
believe Mr. Nasser, Madam Clerk, does he owe a mandatory Secretary of State reinstatement fee?
Yes, Your Honor, he has two, a total of $90.
Mr. Abdul Majid Nasser, sir, you are still going to owe 2 mandatory Secretary of State reinstatement fees. The court doesn't add those, but the Secretary of State requires them in order to get your license reinstated. So you can pay that online at the 36th District Court or online at the DivDat app, and it will be $90.
Excellent. Perfect.
All right, so we'll give you 30 days to pay. If you can pay sooner, you should.
Thank you,
It's
Judge.
actually due today, but we'll give you 30 days.
Okay.
Any
excellent. I'll get on that.
questions?
No, that's it. Thank you very much.
All right, so you may disconnect. All right, any other dismissals that the court has overlooked, Madam Attorney? Okay, so then we are ready for our pleas. Is that right, Ms. Perkins Moore?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the court is calling Kizzy Adams, case number SP 8697721. Kizzy Nakisha Adams, and the charge is driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count 2 of that same ticket is false proof of insurance, and count 3, improper plates. If Ms. Kizzy Adams is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Kizzy Adams.
Thank you. Who's representing Ms. Adams?
You're welcome.
Linda Perkins Moore on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
And how do you wish to proceed, Ms. Perkins Moore?
I believe Ms. Allen is going to plead. Is that correct, Ms. Adams?
Ms.
Allen, it's Adams, but
are you pleading, Ms. Adams? What is the offer for Ms. Adams?
Her offer is she would plead to one count of providing false insurance information, and the other matters would be dismissed.
All right, is that what you are pleading to, Ms. Adams?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Ms. Adams, you've heard the representation of your lawyer and indicated that you are pleading to this charge today. Were you advised of your right to a trial?
Yes, I was.
And Ms. Adams, you know that if you were to have a trial, it would normally take place in person inside the 36th District Court. But because of the pandemic, the courthouse is closed to the public. And so you have agreed to participate on the Zoom technology today. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Ms. Adams, did you have an opportunity to speak to the attorney about all of your rights?
Yes, I did.
Ma'am, did anyone offer you anything, threaten you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No, they did not.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, I am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
That is correct, yes.
And you understand that by pleading guilty, you will be waiving or giving up your right to a trial.
Yes, I understand.
And knowing that you are giving up your right to a trial, you wish to go forward with the guilty plea today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
You may lower your hand, ma'am. On the date, the time, and the location indicated in the ticket ending in 97722. Were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And were you stopped by a police officer who asked you for valid insurance?
Yes. Yes.
And was the insurance that you provided false?
Yes. Yes.
It was not valid. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Ms. Perkins Moore, are you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
The court will accept the guilty plea, being satisfied with the factual basis. We're still getting feedback. I think it's coming from the courtroom, Madam Clerk. All right. And the court will accept the recommendation to dismiss the remaining matters previously read into the record. Madam Clerk, do you have a total for Ms. Kissy Adams?
Yes, Your Honor. The plea amount is $240. She has a total of 3 reinstatement fees of $135, which brings her total to $375, and she posted a $300 bond.
All right, the difference then is what you will owe today, Ms. Adams. So it sounds like, I think it's $75 difference. Is that right, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Adams, that's due today, but we can give you time to pay if you need it.
Yes, I do.
Okay, 30 days, is that enough?
Yes, ma'am, that's enough.
All right, ma'am, we'll give you 30 days to pay, and you may disconnect from the hearing if you have no other
Thank you.
questions.
No, I don't have any other questions.
All right, ma'am, you may disconnect. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. This is Toshiana Nicole Thomas. Toshiana Nicole Thomas, case number 162-382-671. The charge is open alcohol in a motor vehicle driver. If Ms. Toshiana Thomas is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Tashiana Thomas.
Ms. Thomas. Who's representing Ms. Thomas?
Linda Perkins Moore on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
And how do you wish to proceed, Ms. Perkins Moore?
She wishes to tender a plea to an amended charge of passenger open intoxicant.
All right, thank you. Ms. Thomas, you've heard the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
Yes.
And ma'am, were you advised of your right to a trial?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas, do you understand that if you were to have a trial, normally it would take place inside the 36th District Court, but because of the pandemic, the courthouse is closed to the public. And so you have agreed to participate on the Zoom technology today, is that right?
That's correct.
Ms. Thomas, did you have an opportunity to speak to the attorney about all of your rights?
Yes.
Ma'am, did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
And you understand that by pleading guilty, you are giving up your right to a trial?
Yes.
And knowing that you're giving up your right to a trial, it's my understanding you wish to go forward with your plea today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Please raise your right hand and be sworn. Ma'am, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
You may lower your hand, Ms. Thomas. On the date, the time, and the location indicated in the ticket ending in 382-671, were you in a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And was there open alcohol in that motor vehicle?
Yes, there was.
And were you the driver of the vehicle, Ms. Thomas?
No, I was the passenger.
Okay, so that's the amendment that has been offered. So you were the passenger in the vehicle, is that correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Ms. Perkins Moore, are you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, the court will accept the guilty plea, being satisfied with the factual basis. We will also accept the recommendation to amend the charge to passenger with open alcohol in a motor vehicle. And Madam Clerk, do you have a total for Ms. Thomas?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, the offer that I have in the file, it states a 3-month delay sentence to go along with that.
All right. All right. The court will accept that recommendation as well. We weren't aware of that when we accepted the plea. We will delay Ms. Thomas's sentence for 3 months. So provided you pay the fines and costs and have no other tickets of this nature, Ms. Thomas, in 3 months, this charge will be dismissed from your record. And it will be non-reported. You won't have to return unless you have had a new charge of this nature or the fines and costs haven't been paid. Madam Clerk, the fines and costs total, please.
The plea amount is $240. She has a reinstatement fee of $45, which is a total of $285, and she posted a $100 bond.
Okay, thank you. $285, Ms. Thomas. So we can apply your bond. So that's $185 remaining. And you can either pay that today, or we can give you 30 days. Do you need 30 days to pay, Ms. Thomas?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we will give you 30 days to pay. And remember, at the end of 3 months, if you have no new tickets, this charge will be dismissed. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
You may disconnect from the hearing. Thank you, Ms. Thomas. And the court is calling Keith Ashman. Keith Ashman, case number 154687221. Keith Ashman, no operator's license on person, count 2 of that same ticket, no insurance. If Keith Ashman is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Keith Ashman.
Thank you. Who's representing Mr. Ashman?
Linda Perkins Moore on behalf of Mr. Ashman, Your Honor. He wishes to avail himself of the representation and tender a plea to one count of failure to display for the dismissal of the second count.
Thank you. Mr. Ashman.
Yes.
You said the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation?
Yes.
And sir, were you advised of your right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Ashman, if you were to have a trial, normally that trial would take place inside the 36th District Court, but because of the pandemic, the courthouse is closed to the public. And so you have agreed to participate on the Zoom technology today, is that right?
Yes.
Mr. Ashman, did you have an opportunity to speak to the attorney about all of your rights?
Yes.
Sir, did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
And sir, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you will be waiving or giving up your right to a trial?
Yes.
And sir, despite knowing that you are giving up your right to a trial, it's my understanding you wish to go forward with your plea today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth to the best of your knowledge and belief?
Yes.
You may lower your hand, Mr. Ashman, on the date, the time, and the location indicated in the ticket ending in 687221. Were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you stopped by a police officer who asked you for a valid license?
Yes.
Were you able to show that officer a valid driver's license?
No, I was not.
All right, Ms. Perkins Moore, you're satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
The court will accept the guilty plea, being satisfied with the factual basis. We will also accept the recommendation to amend the charge to failure to display and to dismiss the remaining charge previously read into the record. Madam Clerk, do you have a total for Mr. Ashman?
Yes, Your Honor. plea amount is $240. He has two reinstatement fees of $45 apiece, which is $90. The total for that is $330, and he posted a $200 bond.
All right, sir, thank you. $330, we can apply your bond, and the difference that you will owe Mr. Ashman is $130.
Okay.
Do you need 30 days to pay that, sir?
Yes.
All right, so we will give you 30 days to pay. And if you have no other questions, you may disconnect from the hearing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Court is calling April Adams. April Adams. Case number SP 3877531. April May Adams. The charge is no insurance. If April Adams is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record. April Adams, please say your name. You're muted, Miss Adams. We cannot hear you. You're still muted, ma'am.
Okay, there we go. April Adams.
Thank you, Miss Adams. All right, who's representing Miss Adams?
Linda Perkins Moore.
No.
Ms. Perkins Moore, how do you wish to proceed?
Your Honor, she wishes to avail herself of the recommendation and tender a plea to improper plates amendment to the original charge of no insurance.
All right, Ms. Adams, you've heard the representation of your lawyer. Are you in agreement with that representation? Ms. Adams, I need you to make yourself visible. I cannot see you and I cannot hear you. I know you have some child care issues. I could see the child on the screen, but you have to be able to participate in this proceeding, or we will have to give you a new date when you have some child care. Ms. Adams?
That may be her. I don't know if this is her in the waiting room, Your Honor.
Okay, can you admit her and see?
Hello?
Hey, oh, that wasn't him. Dale, what is your name, sir?
My name is Delvonte Anderson.
Okay. Ms. Adams, you've lost, apparently. So I'm going to exit the live stream because that's all we have ready for the live stream at this time. The others are trials. Is that right, Ms. Perkins Moore?
Yes, Your Honor.
Leonard Trammell?